then you do the introduction, and then we do the first jingle. And first, after the first jingle, you do the first haiku.
Okay. All right. Well, I need to introduce this first piece and get you guys up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Are we on now?
Yeah, you're on now.
So, yes. Is there any audience?
Yeah! All right. It gives me a really great pleasure to actually be doing this at Swing State for the first time. I'd like you to give a nice, warm Swing State welcome to Clean Boys of Denmark. All right, now, so what we're going to do tonight, what we're doing tonight actually is we're recording a live album, so make as much noise as you want. You've seen my bird whistles up here, so you are going to be part of the audience later. I mean, part of the fun later, I suppose. This first one that I'm going to do is in 3 parts. It's called DP, a sound text punk opera. I wrote it about my own discovery of depression.
Go.
Okay. All right. This is called Where the Sun Don't Shine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm so depressed, I hear a young woman whine, but I shake my head in disbelief, knowing that she means something else. I mean, using the word depressed means something entirely different than the word I have come to know. But fast forward to San Francisco, January 2000. I am making my 3rd pilgrimage to the city I know and love, like all of Jack Kerouac's novels. And on this particular morning, I'm sleeping with my friend Annie, an ample-sized, sweet-faced woman. For the last hour, I've been talking in my sleep, and she's been listening to me with that sort of kind of quiet that is usually reserved for someone about to die. I tell her about the strange visions I've been having lately. Blood on the walls, almost everywhere I go. Arms and legs growing out of every shape possible. Voices in my head speaking to me, mostly murmuring and very garbled like twisted tape inside an audio cassette. Annie sits up suddenly and has this alarmed look on her face. "Oh my God," she says, "you better get to see yourself to a doctor right away." So I come back home to Illinois, and here I am, being probed and tested various methods in a suburban Chicago hospital. The testing goes on for weeks. Meanwhile, at work in the bingo factory, did I tell you I was working at a bingo factory? I was a proofreader. The situation seems to only get worse. I keep missing errors on the work that is given to me. Finally, one morning, my supervisor pulls me into her office, shuts her door, and asks me, "What the hell is wrong with you? You've missed 10 errors within a span of 1 hour." To be frank, I don't know what's wrong either. In March 2000, I am diagnosed as a psychotic. So I decide to go for a second opinion, and next doctor determines I have clinical depression. And of course, the first drug they give me is Zoloft. Has anybody here ever had Zoloft? Fun drug, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Problem with Zoloft is kind of makes you feel like a zombie, and I was starting to become a zombie from that, you know, and I didn't like that, so I decided to switch doctors. But this doc I got, this new doc I got, he upped the dosage, and maybe about 2 years later, I started questioning my own cure and asked him if I could stop taking it. But the doctor refused and insisted it was only helping me. But I knew it wasn't. So one day at work, I decided to go cold turkey and stop taking it. The brunt of the withdrawal was like a splitting headache, and it lasted about 6 hours. So without the drug, my brain felt like it was being shredded like cheese through a grater. Went on for months, but still I trudged on because I didn't want to take Zoloft. 8 months later, I was nearly thrown off a Greyhound bus and locked up by the police for swearing up and down like a drunken sailor, incoherently ranting like a raving lunatic, combined a bus driver in El Paso, Texas, while on the way home from a cross-country bus trip. When I came home, I tried Paxil. Almost immediately, my friends noticed the change. From Paxil, I went to Lexapro. And it's been a few years since I've made the switch, but how can one be content with depression? I'm not sure. Does anybody here know what I'm talking about? I mean, does anybody here have depression? Don't be afraid. Woo! You know, living with depression is a lot like taking an electronic metronome, readjusting and fiddling with the beats per measure on the unit until you finally get the sound you're after, and then you realize it's off key. At times, I want to chuck all my efforts out a window and begin anew in another lifetime. While other periods of time I endure, I want to walk the thinnest tightrope and push the envelope as far as I can without hurting myself. So when I hear someone say they are depressed, they have no clue what they're talking about.